Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Hazrul Iskandar bin Hanafi. My student ID is DEM0419-105. Okay, today I would like to present about murder case of Siti Nur Surya. Okay, question number 1. As a detective, you are required to make field notes of the above case on the day of the incidents. The notes must follow the sequence of the incidents. Okay, first, date of case 1 November 2020. On 1 November 2020, Siti Nuliana Shuhada, who was 15 years old, returned from her school and saw her sister Siti Nur Surya, 19 years old, embedded in the living room of her home in a state of blood and wrist break. Place Kampung Lubuk Batu, Telemong. Also, the incident took place in Kampung Lubuk Batu, Telemong. Case murder. Victim details: Siti Nur Surya, 19 years old, female, Malay. Injuries: neck, body and wrist. Initially, the case was robbery cum kill, that there were lost many items such as cash, mobile phones and makeup accessories. Stolen object: mobile phones, makeup accessories and cash. Used weapon: knife. Eyewitnesses: victim's mother, but she is disabled. First person arrived at the crime place: victim's sister. Motive of the case not detected. Suspect: victim friends. Siti Nur Atira, 19, a teenager who is also a good friend to Surya, is the woman seen in the CCTV footage on 2 November 2020. Atira admits she was present at Surya's home at 9 a.m. She also admits she had killed the victim. Investigation officer involved: Deputy Superintendent Muhammad Ali Mat Daud, who is Chief District Officer of Hulu Terengganu. Next, Assistant Commissioner Muhammad Marzuki Muhammad Mota, who is Chief Officer of Criminal Investigation Department Terengganu. Okay, question number 2. In the case, as an investigation officer, what the evidence helps you to establish the murder case other than confession of the suspect? Okay, first, at the CCTV footage, the camera record EX5 motor that came out, and the person who was hide behind the woman went into Surya house at 9 a.m. After that, police found out that at Atira's body there was an injury effect. A bite in her hand was believed to have been caused by Surya by a scuffle. Police also found a few of the victim's belongings in possession of the suspect, including mobile phones, cash and makeup accessories to fake a robbery at home. In questionnaire by police officer, the suspect has admitted that she threw away the knife that she used, which is taken at the victim's house at Telemong Highway, and the police officer found that knife in the river beside Telemong Highway. Next, police forensic team also collected blood sample and the fingerprint from the scene, and found out some hair sample in the victim grass, and confirmed that the hair belongs to the suspect. Question number 3. In the case, there are trauma suffered by those involved. Who those people you think suffer from the traumas, and what is the result of the trauma in the case? First people who is trauma in the case is victim's sister, Siti Nuliana Shuhada, 15 years old, It is because she directly found the body of her sister with her own eyes when she returned from school at about 2:30 p.m. She's continued to call her father to make a report about the case. After that, her father Ismail Muda, 58 years old, had a trauma too. He said he can still picture the body of his fifth child from seventh child, Siti Surya, lying in the pool of blood in the living room from his house. And that makes he unable to return to his home in Telemong after the incident. The next person who is trauma is victim's mother, Zaini Musa, 55 years old, who is suffering from brain cancer and cannot be left alone for a long period of time. Victim's brother, Muhammad Farid Askram, said even though it happened 5 days ago, their mother is still looking for Siti Surya despite being told of her death. The deceased was the closest child to the mother, and now when the others took over the task, his mother recalled that the victim has died and she becomes sad and lost in thought. Okay, the last is all the whole family members. The whole family members could not find the strength to return to their home and currently residing temporarily in the house of Ismail Muda's late grandfather in Kampung Beladau Selat, Kepong. Only Ismail Muda's sons are commuting daily to check on the house and to collect items such as clothes, as no one is willing to spend the night there at the moment. Okay, question number 4. As an investigator of this case, do you think the suspect can be punished under Section 302 Penal Code for murder or not, and why? Okay. Honestly, I do think that the suspect can be punished under Section 302 Penal Code because the suspect clearly commit the murder with intent. In Malaysia, anyone who committing the crime of murder with intent will be sentenced to death except the children below 18 years old. For this case, the suspect is 19 years old, so she can be punished under 302 Penal Code. The method of execution of the death penalty in Malaysia is through the technique of hanging to death for the offence of murder with intent. Based on the statement given by the suspect to the police officer, it is clear that the suspect commit the crime with intent because the accused, the suspect, cut the victim's wrist using a knife taken from the victim's house and threw the evidence into the river near Telemong Highway. Therefore, it is not impossible that the suspect will be sentenced under Section 302 Penal Code for a crime committed intentionally. This is to demand the death of the victim and uphold the justice. Okay, that's all from me for presenting about murder case of Siti Surya. Bye. Assalamualaikum.